It's New Year's Eve again, and realistically I'm finding myself pretty much in the same position I was last year. Quite literally, sitting here, looking at you, and finding things to talk about, or tat and stuff that I've bought after Christmas in the sales. The weather's not looking so nice this year as it was last year, so I want to try and get out and maybe see some fireworks. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But for the minute it's a cup of coffee and the Maltesers that I've been chomping away on. I do want to mention something from the last vlog. The last vlog at Christmas Day, there was some footage that I had to cut out from the Mavic. I did some footage in Canterbury at the Westgate Tower, and when I transferred the footage over from here to the computer, somehow along the way I think it got corrupted. So one of the files, well, a couple of the files were corrupted, and there was a slight glitch when I played them back. Now when I was editing them, that didn't matter. I edited the glitches out, got some nice edits and thought actually it looks good, but I couldn't get the video to render on iMovie. It kept taking ages and ages and ages. I ended up taking me until about 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning just so I could get the video out in time before the new year. Because you may or may not have noticed, and I didn't even, it wasn't really deliberate initially, so I somehow managed to get vlog 119 out in the end of the year 19 and the end of the decade, and vlog 20, this vlog, will now be in the new year, which is 2020. So I was quite pleased. I wanted to get that done. I wanted to get it done as quickly as I could, but this thing kept mucking me about. When I say tat, I do tend to get stuff after Christmas a bit sort of, I don't say it's always tat, it's just something different. I see some things in the shop and think, oh, that was quite nice. After Christmas I've got some gifts from companies, such as a Virgin Media rugby ball which needs blowing up. I've got my pump, I can't find my adapters to blow the thing up with, and a squidgy little ball, but takes some bouncing. I also went into the shops, usually as I do, went into Sainsbury's and bought a couple of bits after Christmas. I don't know, I've got a thing for different colours this year. I think my colour range is going to be slightly different this year. So I ended up with some measuring spoons in copper. They're quite nice with a little Christmassy tree on. I've got a bit of a thing this year for, or I had it a bit of it last year, this 2019. So for 2020, I'm really going to be into, I think, my iridescent colours. So I bought a little planet, which is beautiful. I think it's a great little iridescent thing. I just like iridescent all of a sudden this time around. Now that came on another keychain with a lightning bolt. It looks a bit too much like grease, and I'm not really a fan of grease. I've been a bit of a fan of the iridescent colour for a while. I noticed last year, I think it was last year, I got this diesel watch with the iridescent colouring on it. So at the beginning of this year, or the early part of this year, I wanted to replace my Pusheen diary, the 2018-2019 one, with a new one, and I went out and bought this iridescent 2019 diary. Put some holiday dates, that sort of stuff in it, but I just love the colouring of it. I also mentioned in one of the vlogs not so long ago about getting a case for the Lume Cubes, and that again was this one. So it's a slightly different, there's different shades of iridescent. This is a more sort of like a silvery white, so you've got your sort of your pinkish iridescent, then you get your silvers, they do greens, they do blues. Fashion wise you don't seem to see a lot of it. I've seen a couple of people coming in with the Stone Island coats on, which is sort of like I've got a bit of an outer sheen to them, or like look like they've got a coating over them. So realistically it was Back to the Future 2 when Marty McFly went back to the future, went into the forward to the future. He had the iridescent hat, which was quite cool at the time, and you thought that's weird. Never really caught on, but all of a sudden now everything wants to go iridescent, so I'm liking it, and I think I will look out for more stuff this year.
shark still looks fake.
Hi, friends. Goldie Wilson III for Wilson Hover Conversion Systems. You know, when my grandpa...
So, how exactly did New Year's Eve come out? Well, New Year's Eve wasn't too bad. There wasn't a lot going on for me as such. I went across the road, had a drink and played a little card game. Then I went down to the beach with the drone, took as much footage as I could with the drone. It was very windy and the drone didn't like the wind very much. But yeah, it wasn't too bad, you know. It was actually not a bad evening really, I suppose. Blah, blah, blah. Drove about a bit, saw the owl again, tried to get some more pictures of the owl. I know where the owl is now, but I did try to get some pictures of it, but it was very difficult to get pictures of an owl because they don't like sitting around for very long. It did sit on a sign for a little while. By the time I got my camera out, it'd gone. Oh, you beauty. Fuck. Come here. I drank more coffee as always. Well, always drinking coffee. I found a little bit more of my iridescent sort of fetishes, I suppose. I found some labels that I had, or a label I had for one Christmas that I thought, that probably started it off with iridescence, thinking I could use it as a background for something for the camera, but it's a bit too small. But whilst I was out the other day, I had to just, well, you just do. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I'm trying a slightly different light setup in the room now, so seeing how that comes out using a umbrella to soften the light a bit, so hopefully that's going to be a bit better. And I've actually finally got round to using it after how long I've had it.
'Cause for the first time in forever,
I managed to get using to my Expo disc, which I hadn't used for ages. I mean, I never really used it for white balance. I never bothered setting the white balance on the camera, so I have today. So the image you see now is a white balanced image using this. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all had a good new year. Hope everything went well for you. If you liked the video, please hit the like button down below. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified of what's going on, when it's going on. As with all my videos, there's a description down below. Description normally tells a little bit about the vlog. Sometimes there's a message, sometimes that message is slightly special, slightly longer, shall I say. It's always a special message for someone and special, but sometimes it's a bit longer than others, so have a read of it. If you're that special person, if not, don't worry, you might not be bothered by it. I do put links down below, I do put comments down below if you want to comment or ask a question. And basically, if you've got anything to say so. I will answer your comments. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.